Right again, guys. So welcome back to another tank day. And last time I was working on the Tamiya 16th German King Tiger, and basically I was going around that with all the plastic putty and stuff, and getting all the corners and the edges and things like that, and all the seams of the Zimmerit all bunched together, and all the lines where the joins meet and stuff, all those filled, as the Zimmerit wasn't sheets of Zimmerit stuck on there like the tank is. So I've also done other little bits and bats to this, going round, just basically smoothing and filling out all the mould lines I can find around the tank, just to give that much neater finish in the end. And I also have made a little start with the weld seams. Now I've probably challenged myself by doing these weld seams on the smallest parts possible first, like the lifting hooks and the little periscopes around the cupola on the turret. So I have done one of those at the moment, but there is a lot, and it is quite time consuming. And to have never done it before, to sit there doing something so intricate and so fine and so detailed without losing your rag at times, because you're trying to work the putty into places and stuff, and it comes apart, and trying to get it to stay. And I've watched various videos, and Night Shift being one, probably the best one that I've seen so far for weld beads and creating them. And then I just had to learn where they went. So I have made a start on that, and I'll hopefully have a video with the weld seams next week. As I say, I've got a few done where I've just had a practice. I have practiced on materials before. To look at it from my perspective, through my eyes at the tank, it looks okay. They look good. My wife's looked at them and stuff, and I've had other people look at them and they look good. However, when you zoom into them on the camera and blow them up, they don't look good. So it kind of put me off just progressing with the weld seams. Yeah, the weld seams, we are getting somewhere with that. Only a little bit, but I'll hopefully have a lot more, and I can show you a video on how I do the weld seams for next week. So for this, I thought I'd build up this little Zvezda German King Tiger, and I don't know, I'm thinking maybe do a little mini-me. And I know it won't have the Zimmerit and stuff like that, but still, I just think it'd be nice. A little 100th scale against my 16th scale behind me. So, yeah, the Zvezda German King Tiger. Now, I believe the last one had 19 parts. This little Sherman that I built up. And this one has 28 parts. So, relatively simple build. Small, but they're fun. So we're going to get this out and get this built up. But before I do, I had some spare aquarium decorations around and stuff. I've just displayed my little Sherman on there, and I thought I'd put the King Tiger on the other side, right there. Just be having a little shoot out across the blown bridge, pew 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 pew, kind of thing. Anyway, the Zvezda 1/100 German King Tiger. So let's get this out. So 2 parts trees with 28 parts in total, I believe. Yep. And your basic little instruction manual. Now these are snap together kits. The Sherman one I did was, and I basically just welded everything together using some thin cement just to hide the seams and the joins and things like that, just to make it look a little more complete. So I will be using glue at parts, but for the basic construction I'm just going to snap it together, and then we can look at painting it. So there we have the 2 trees. just using some little side cutters there, and I'm just going to make my way through the whole thing, just breaking the parts off and then getting them all cleaned up with a little file and a bit of sandpaper, just to get rid of any excess. So I'm going to get these cleaned up now, just using my file and a little bit of sandpaper. So I'm not going to leave you here watching me for the next 20 minutes or so cleaning all this up. So I'm just going to get these done off camera, and then I'll come back and we can make a start on the actual build itself. So now we've got all the little parts all cleaned up, and it should go together nice and smoothly now. So I'm just going to be working from the lower half there, and I'm going to be like working backwards, if you will, and then we'll come to constructing these fiddly little bits. Relatively simple, pretty straightforward. So I'm going to be starting at the lower part. So I'm going to need that, a little skeleton, and the suspension parts. And it's pretty self-explanatory as well, as far as where like small little mounting holes go and things like that. So that's the lower part of the hull complete, and I am just going to run a thin line of Tamiya cement just in the crevices and the edges there, just to bond those together. As you can see, it's gone together flushly anyway, so just to secure that in place, I am just going to add the cement. So now we're going to attach these, which will go as part of the skeletal system in it, which will later attach the armour fenders. That's the rear, and that's the front. I don't want these glued in place or anything yet, as I need to take it back apart when I paint it for the next video with this. Mighty King Tyler. Here we have the rear panel, which is just going to mount up in here. I'm not going to glue that in place yet, as it'd be nice just to detail odd bits and bats on there. Again, just a a little bit of cement in the bottom there. And we have the rear fenders. And same on the other side. Sits on those. We have the small machine gun, microscopic machine gun. We have the jack. And now to make up the turret and the gun. So now for the turret. And here we have what look to be like two little machine guns, but aren't in fact machine guns. But again, these are just going to be like little braces to take part of the gun mantlet and hold that in place. And then the other machine gun, so there's a left and a right. A little drop of cement just to lock those in. There's a tiny mantlet and a tiny gun barrel. They're like half mooned on the end, so you can't get these wrong. There is only one way they will go in. Barrel. Elevates. Now we have the actual turret cap. Again, that just snaps into the holes. There, add your tracks, and there we have it. Wow. So yeah, really awesome little tanks. You know, little gun elevation and everything, and little movements of the turrets. And on my little fish tank diorama here at the minute. But I could reutilise these and actually put them into a diorama. But yeah, they're wonderful little tanks to build, and I'm genuinely enjoying building tanks. So if you'd like to see more of these little tanks, or just tanks in general being built up on the channel, I'm enjoying building them, but I don't know, what do you guys think? Is it something that you're into? Let me know in the comments down below. But yeah, I'm impressed with these little fellas. So for the next one, may not be next week because I plan on getting the welding done on that tank. But I will come back with a little part 2, and we'll paint this up, and we can actually use the King Tiger colours and get it as lifelike as possible. But yeah, definitely fun, cute little tanks to build. So again, thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I shall catch you all in the next video. Ciao for now, guys.